What's good? You're watching Daniel and Gian react, and today we're going to check out the official trailer number 2 for Netflix, The Punisher from Marvel Comics. We really liked the first trailer, really excited about this series. But before we get started, we just want to make sure that you guys hit that subscribe and smash that like button just so you can follow us in the future. We're going to be doing a full review of the series once it comes out, so be on the lookout for that. I don't know when it's coming out. I heard they pushed it back because of the Vegas shootings. So.
I read a headline. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's supposed to be attached to this trailer. So
okay.
we'll find out when we watch it.
All right, but without further ado, let's do it.
Gentlemen, I'm the only authority you will need. I point, you shoot. Did you kill the target?
You did.
Oh.
Things over there were different. What we were doing was wrong. You did what you were supposed to do, right?
I like how they're still using one.
Metallica?
Yeah.
Frank Castle, I got something I need to show you.
I saw the video files.
The U.S. military turned you into a hitman, Frank.
I'm looking for Frank Castle.
The Punisher?
I think you know about my case.
Castle's the last witness. We can either clean this up or let him take us down.
They killed my family to get to me. You have nothing but a war inside you. You're gonna pay. Stay out of my way. This is not your fight. I need to find these bastards. I gotta kill them.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's still connected.
What if you're exposed to me?
These men, they decide what the truth is.
The same thing that happened to you happened to me.
We could make that right. The world needs to see the truth.
There you go.
Oh, okay. That's not
before
that
Thanksgiving.
That's not that big of a pushback. Yeah, that's a guaranteed Thanksgiving binge right there, folks.
Yeah. I have a few questions. Well, we've seen his costume, so to speak, before in the first trailer, but we didn't really talk about it. How do you feel about this interpretation of like the skull on the suit and everything? Do you feel it fits with like the tone? Do you have any objections to it?
No, I'm all for moving away from the spandex look of these comic characters. If you're in a universe that has a somewhat some sort of realism
that embraces the realism.
Yeah. I think it's kind of silly for I like how in the X-Men movies they're not wearing like the yellow and blue outfits because it just it'd be too much. Even the Superman movies that I don't like.
His costume's still too much.
But they still try to tone it down. The colors are a little darker. I mean,
sure. I mean, it still feels.
I need someone to explain to me like what a cape does. Like, how does what does a cape? At least Batman, we know
bulletproof, right?
Yeah, Batman uses his cape for things and it lets him like he can float
glide
in the air and stuff. But
I like it. I do you think they'll explain it, or do you think it's just a part of
man,
because this is kind of like, this is not really, it's not a prequel, we know that, but it's kind of like you're gonna get more backstory.
We're gonna learn more about Frank Castle. I'm sure it'll come up somehow. I honestly I'd have to watch Daredevil season 2 again to really, Daredevil season 2 I got caught up in so much the action and the story that there's little things I wasn't paying attention to, which is good. I think that's good that I'm not paying attention to the minutia in the show.
You shouldn't, because you're paying attention to the story.
Exactly.
You're engaged. I love this.
I liked how they used one again, but they used like a different version
of it. Yeah.
But they still had a lot of the rhythmic.
Right.
I mean, whoever's cutting these trailers, I mean, bravo, you guys. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
I'm just glad to see that this is Netflix. What I mean by that is, you know what? AMC's great, and you have all these other channels, but you're on a network now. I mean,
can push the envelope.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can do something a little bit more risque, PG-16 as they're calling it, and not hold any punches because you're
Right.
going to have the budget. I mean, that's at the end of the day, Netflix is in debt for a reason. It's because of shows like this. I think I read an article they want to make like 180 original movies next year, something like that, which is just, that's a lot of content.
You know what? It's because they're losing all these licenses for.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, so
that's why I call them a network, because they're going to become one sooner rather than later.
And I hope they're able to like keep it going.
For sure. But
someone else is going to capitalize on it if they don't. You know, Amazon Prime. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, Amazon. And because they're already catching up. Hulu's starting to catch up. They just won some awards for their latest hit
Transparent.
show. That was Amazon.
No, Transparent's Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, let's get back to the Punisher, because that's obviously why you guys are watching. Do you feel like what we're seeing here in the two trailers is a lot of spoilers, or do you think there's a lot of stuff that we haven't seen yet?
I mean, I think all they really revealed was characters.
Right.
You really don't know exactly. I mean,
which is good.
We know what the story is because it's a story from season 2. Like people are hunting Frank Castle. Except his in season 2 was him like seeking revenge, him hunting down these cartels and these taking them out.
Because it's already that's why I said this is gonna be like a weird prequel / sequel.
Right. And he kills the general.
We're assuming. We don't know. It could just all be straight prequel. Who knows?
It could be.
Who knows?
But no, Karen Page is in it though, so it can't be a straight prequel.
Oh, that's true. That's true. She does.
But it looks like they had a little romantic scene there for a second, which is interesting.
I mean, we'll see how it turns out.
Or maybe it was them lying on the ground because people are shooting at them.
And that also
who knows?
Or it could be both.
It could be both.
It wouldn't be the first time that we've seen that in an action thing.
Right.
Like I said before, I just appreciate the action. I appreciated the action in Daredevil season 2. Like, my favorite scene was that prison scene, which everyone loves, but also the scene in which he fought Kingpin, which I don't know if Kingpin's going to get involved in this again somehow.
They're gonna.
But that'd be great if he was.
I'd be really excited if they bring him back. That's like some of Vincent D'Onofrio's best acting
in a while,
in a long time.
In a while, it's so reserved too, because that's what I liked about it. Because he's a character. Arguably, he's a character actor, right? Like he's known for his Law and Orders and stuff. I mean, other movies in that, like Full Metal Jacket. But I mean, what pays his bills is that Law and Order stuff. But he's just playing a character.
Yeah, his Law and Order stuff is mailing it in.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe not at first, obviously, but I think at this point. But how do you feel this is going to factor into the overall universe? Do you think it will, or do you think...
I still think they're doing a pretty good job of separating the Netflix world from the MCU.
Well, I meant just in the Netflix, Netflix universe. Like, how do you think this is going to factor in?
That's actually a good question, because I feel like there's really no way to connect them unless Daredevil's stopping Frank the Punisher from killing people.
Which was season 2.
Exactly. But other than that, like he's a lone wolf. He's not really a team up kind of guy.
Do you think this is a test for Netflix? And what I mean, the test being that if it does well, they're going to expand into other properties that are not necessarily Defenders related.
That's Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because I mean they've been talking about Moon Knight. That's not Defenders related really. And Moon Knight's kind of a lone wolf as well.
Is that already in production?
I don't know if it's in production. It might be, but I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about it. Looking through the cast list on IMDb, and I'm not seeing any names that stand out, especially in the 13 episodes part.
Which is good. That means brand new people.
Yeah. Well, you know what? But I always, well, now we know for sure that Bullseye's not going to be involved in this season. I'm guessing they're saving him for Daredevil. We also thought, what's his name? Jigsaw. Yeah, I don't see unless that's Billy Russo, but he's only in 4 episodes. I don't remember what Jigsaw's real name is.
I'll look it up. But it also could be they could be going under a different name. You never know, just because of the fact that
and maybe they
want to throw some curveballs.
Yeah, maybe they're hiding it on IMDb because they don't want you to know. But I know that Jigsaw's character was part of the Mafia. So I'm assuming it's an Italian guy.
So Jigsaw's name is...
Billy Russo, yep. So Jigsaw is in this, played by Ben Barnes.
Oh, that's the guy?
That's the guy that...
Yeah, okay.
So that's interesting.
That's where he looks familiar. What's it called? Westworld. I'm like, he looks so familiar.
Oh, he's the pervy guy.
Yeah, he's the one that the Man in Black eventually kills. I
in the
think.
flashbacks that we
Yeah.
don't know are flashbacks until
Right until the end.
Um,
That's another topic for another time.
so Jigsaw is he's only in 4 episodes, but I'm assuming he's going to be in the final 4 episodes. I'm kind of interested in the take in this because in the comics he's a mafia dude. This one he looks like he's a special forces kind of guy, and maybe he's a rogue,
Who knows?
black
Like,
ops
it's-
dude.
I'm all for reinterpretations, and
No, that's
that's kind of why I asked about the costume at the beginning. Is like, how do you feel about straying away from the comics for these things? Like, how much loyalty do you feel like TV shows?
I think you need to
have?
keep it in the ballpark, but you don't have to it doesn't have to be 100% like word for word, page for page.
Right.
I mean, I liked Watchmen, but a lot of people didn't like it because
loved it.
they felt that it tried to be a comic it tried to be the comic too much and
loved
didn't
it.
embrace into that. You said it twice already, Dick. I'm not talking about that. I already said I liked it, and he keeps saying I loved it. Anyways, Miguel.
Just saying, man.
So I think for cinematic purposes, you can't stay 100% true to the source material. You have to switch some things up.
I hope they just take some risks. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm sure they did because they did that in the Punisher Warzone movie. Jigsaw was in it, and he was a mafia guy wearing pinstripe suits and stuff.
Well, I just hope they take risks at the, because I mean, to be honest, let's be real. Punisher's been made 3 times, 4 times. It's been
It's been
adapted.
3 feature films. So
Okay.
this Jon Bernthal's the 4th Punisher.
Okay,
and he's
so-
doing a great job so far.
But it's been established that enough people want to see it to have them make the movie, but not enough people, want to see it that it'll be a franchise or whatever, right?
Well, it's just all been so bad.
Exactly, that's where I'm
That's
getting
the
at. So I'm
problem.
hoping that this is great so we can see more of it because I love the character.
Yeah.
I like what he stands for. I like that he's not the prototypical superhero, but he pretty much is. I mean, he's the anti-hero, but he is a superhero in all intents and purposes. He is fighting the good cause. He's just doing it through means that are not necessarily considered the just way to do
Well,
it.
he kills.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
But he's killing the good people.
That's the only
it's
thing
like
that
Dexter.
It's the only thing that separates him from the vigilante heroes is that he takes people's lives.
But the right
in a
people,
brutal
but the
fashion.
right ones though.
Yeah, but there's people out there, and
I know, but I'm just
that's
saying.
the moral dilemma. Like
Right,
Batman
exactly,
doesn't
and that's
kill,
what makes it
and
interesting.
Batman fights people because they kill.
If
even if they're killing the bad guys.
If the Joker existed in the Punisher's universe, he'd be dead season 1. Because he would have killed
Yeah,
him.
Punisher wouldn't give the Joker a chance at all. No, he
it'd be
would
over.
take him out. That'd
But-
actually be if
There was a crossover somehow.
if the comic industry goes to shit like it did in the 90s again, where DC and Marvel were forced to do a crossover series, the Amalgam series, I think a Punisher versus Joker one might be.
It'd be interesting.
It'd be pretty interesting.
Even Joker and Batman, just Frank Castle in Gotham with all the bads would be interesting.
Right.
Because who kills in the DC universe?
I mean, that's a video for the future. What would happen if Punisher were in Gotham?
Yeah,
You
we
know,
could do that.
yeah.
That'd be a cool speculation thing too. But anyway, I think that'll do it. I think.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like, ring that bell, leave comments, let us know what you think. A lot of you guys on the first reaction video left some good comments, and we had some pretty decent discussion. I love talking comic books, and I'm loving these shows on Netflix so far, except for Defenders and
I'm not caught up, so no spoilers.
Iron Fist. But he sucks. Anyways, make sure you watch some of our other reaction videos over here. If you haven't checked out our first Punisher reaction video, check it out, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.